Welcome back, guys, to a brand new season of the Stoke career mode, and we have a lot to do this summer, from sorting out the youth team to sorting out our first team squad. Let's get into it. We only have 32 million to try and revamp the squad. Damn, that's not enough, board. Come on, man. So let's look at our squad going into this new season. I'm actually happy with how we're looking. As you guys already know, at the back end of last season, we changed our formation to this 3-4-1-2 setup. When Cisse and Thomas comes back, they all fill in nicely. They broke their toe at the back end of last season. They're back in 9 and 17 days. And then a few changes on the bench. We're going to promote some youth players that were out on loan last season. Zubac, Howarth comes in. Platt comes in as a defensive midfielder. Robinson we're going to give an opportunity to, because if you remember last year he grew by 14 points, so he definitely wants to make a name for himself at the Bet365 stadium. And then I've opted to start with Bojnik up top with Cisse as opposed to Low. We're going to bring him off the bench this season, but that can all change, of course, depending on how players perform. When it comes to reserves, Davies' loan from Liverpool is going to end, and then we're going to loan out all of these young players in the upcoming season, and then make a decision next year on who is going to start to bolster our squad out further. Of the players being loaned out, we have some really good ones who are going to be interesting to see how they develop next year. You've just seen Abbott. This is Sebastian Moody, who's a young defensive midfielder coming through the ranks. We also have young Dan Waters here, who is a forward. And then finally we have Harrison Charles here, who is looking like the real deal as well. Anyways, let's get into it. In our academy too, we have some high potential players who are coming through the ranks, and I'm thinking we should maybe bring them up to the starting lineup and loan them out. But my thing is, you want to keep players in the academy as long as possible. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep them here until they complain. If they complain before January, we're going to bring them up and loan them out in January. If not, we're still going to bring them up in January, but we're aiming for the January transfer window with most of these 17-year-olds. In terms of youth scouts this season, we are going to send one out to Denmark to find a player that looks up to Thomas Sørensen. As you guys already know, we have Ahmetovic who looks up to Begovic, and he's probably going to be promoted this year, so we're going to need a new goalkeeper as part of the academy. We're also going to send a scout to Ireland, because there's been a few whispers out there that players are looking up to Glenn Whelan, so we're going to find that next young player that is combative and industrious in the middle of the park. We have added 4 players to our shortlist also that got relegated with West Ham and Leeds, and I think also Sunderland got relegated, so I'm going to have a quick look on their squad and see what we can add. And we also have some long-term targets also. The most interesting one, Eric Martel. Don't forget, guys, at the start of every season to go into your coach management and see if you can improve your coaching department. So you go into it like this, and then you can look at upgrading this department. This is important because you want to reduce how long it takes for players to improve. As you can see on the right hand side, that the development plans take less weeks. So going into this new season, our capacity has increased by 2, as you can see in the top left hand corner, so we could look to hire more coaches. We have so many defenders and so many midfielders, so we're going to look at bolstering those 2 departments. And this is how we're looking after we've done that. The level up time has reduced, and we're much more closer in terms of ideal stars. This is also heavily influenced by how many players are in each department. So when you sell players or put them out on loan, the ideal amount of stars will also reduce as well. So yeah, keep an eye on it. Okay, we're ready to continue. Freen, Moody and Dietz all leave on loan as we negotiated that last season. We say goodbye to Thomas Riggle, who goes to Ipswich for 3.4 million. I think that's a great deal. I think that's a fantastic deal. We kind of faked them out a little bit, went low then went high. And wow, I actually forgot to show you guys the board objectives. They want us to finish mid-table in this upcoming season. That's fair. That's fair, to be honest. You know, we've survived 1 year. They've given us a little bit more money to improve on the squad. Let's do it, you Potters. Oh my days. Newcastle have come in for our #1 goalkeeper, Victor Johansson. And to make matters worse, he is not willing to renew his contract. His head has been turned. Oh my gosh, bro. Come on. Come on. Oh. Zubac definitely isn't going to be ready for the Premier League, so we have added Robin Roofs to our shortlist, and we're going to scout him over the next few days. Damn! We won't stand in his way if he wants to leave this summer. He doesn't want to renegotiate a new contract, but we are definitely going to try and get as close to that 36 million as possible. He's our starting goalkeeper and crucial at that, so we're going to start hard and high, 32.5 million. Wow! See, they don't even think he's worth that amount of money. They don't even think he's worth that amount of money. But has he ruined his relationship with us and the fans? That remains to be seen. We say goodbye to the hottest prospect to come out of the Bet365 Stadium Academy. What is the Stoke FC's academy called anyways? Like, you know, Manchester United's Carrington, Arsenal, I think it's Hayland. What's Stokes one's called? As he goes to Mallorca for the next 12 months. Enjoy the weather, lad. Baker is annoying, man. He submitted a transfer request, but no one's really coming in for him. But he's also open for new contract talks. So what is it, bro? Do you want to stay or do you want to go? I don't know what you're trying to do here. No offers are coming in for him, so I think other teams are actually waiting until January so they can potentially get him on a free. Look at the situation you've put us in. For a player so senior, this is disappointing from him, man. We say goodbye to Theo Paul for the next 12 months as well. I haven't been showing you guys, but Chamadeyu put himself on the transfer list, right? And his agent has been working overtime. I have been rejecting offers all summer long. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know why he wants to leave. Maybe he's not happy with the formation switch, and that means that as a right back he's not going to get a lot of game time as a starter, right? But as you can see here, he's unhappy too, and he is just bothering me every single week. He recently signed a new contract 4 years long, so we're actually going to dig our heels in. We're going to dig our heels in, and hopefully we can persuade him to stay in this coming season. You know, I like his stats. He might not be a first time starting winger, but he can definitely have a part to play in this squad. So we're going to dig our heels in and be like, Junior, you committed to us a few years ago. You are going to stick to that contract. But to be honest with you guys, that could all change because of Jacob Robinson anyways, because he looks like a right player from a right midfield position. Even though Junior can double up as a right back from an attacking position and the new formations that we have, Jacob Robinson is fitting the bill a bit more. Another one, see, his agent is working overtime. And another, guys, if we can't persuade him to stay by January, we're going to let him go. He's obviously unhappy for some reason. So if we can't persuade him to stay until January, we are definitely going to sell Junior Chamadeyu. You know, but the thing is, we absolutely cannot afford for players to unsettle our squad. And if Junior doesn't want to stay, if Junior doesn't want to, you know, commit to the project, then we're just going to absolutely have to move him on, because nobody is bigger than the club. Nobody at all is bigger than a club. Yo, you paid 55%. Honestly, man. So we have some scouting updates that have come in, and Ruth is looking like a very interesting prospect indeed. Ah man, Johansson, why did you have to tap up Newcastle? I feel like he has definitely soured a taste in my mouth now. I'm thinking to move him on. I'm thinking to move on Johansson just after that old fiasco and bring in Robin Roofs. And from defensive midfielder position, we have these 4 holding midfielders, and the one thing that is separating them in my eyes is their agility. As you can see, Martel has the agility here with 69, Samara is only at 50, Magassa is at 56, and Freddie Potts has 78. I'm thinking to bring in Freddie Potts, guys. I think he can be a really good addition. West Ham just got relegated last season as well, so it'll be a nice addition to the squad, and will definitely add some more depth in that position, because we definitely need more holding midfielders in our side. I was torn between Magassa and Freddie Potts. I think they're very similar in their stats. Magassa is just a bit more physical, whereas Potts is more agile and probably has a bit more about him with those additional play styles. And another one for Chamadeyu. God damn, bro. We say goodbye to Harry Allen for 12 months as he goes to Genk. And we also say goodbye to Lucas Montandon, who is earmarked to fill the shoes of Shaqiri. So yeah, we say goodbye to him for the next 12 months as well, as he goes to West Brom for the next 12 months. Aren't West Brom our rivals? Yo, I'm getting tired of this, man. We're going to offer West Ham 10 million for Freddie Potts, and hopefully that's enough to get over the line. They're happy to let him go for that amount of money. I'm happy with that too. Let's move. Welcome, Freddie. Take a seat. Just want to talk to you about the vision that we have here at Stoke. We want to build a combative squad. Hopefully Freddie is okay being on a rotation. I doubt it though. Okay, he's going to want to be important. That's fine too. We're going to accept that. He's happy he's on a 5-year contract, so we're good with that too. He's already on a 28k contract. The highest player that we have in our squad is earning 40k. So we're going to try and put him on, let's say, a 34k contract. 150 signing on fee on a 34k contract. That's reasonable indeed, and we are going to sign Freddie Potts, guys, and bolster our defensive midfield options in the upcoming season. I'm happy with that signing. West Ham got relegated and we poached away one of their future upcoming stars. You know, we're going to put him through his paces. He looks already fully fit and ready to go. Nice, slender, tall, strong defensive midfielder, agile on his feet, great first touch and an eye for a good pass as well. Welcome to the squad, Freddie. So we're going to neaten up our shortlist now and get rid of all of these other defensive midfielders. We're still waiting on Ruth's scouting update to update in the next 2 days, and then we'll make a decision, but he is looking likely to join the side. He looks really good, man. And I'm also thinking potentially to bring in Sam Chambers. So let's go ahead and put Potts on a training plan. So let's put him on a holding midfielder for now. Wow, I'm surprised he hasn't got a plus on that already, but his stats look really nice, guys. Look at that. I'm happy with this signing. You know, it can be a little bit quicker, but I think all in all, he is a tidy, shrewd acquisition to the squad, especially with West Ham that just got relegated. And he'll be somebody that Platt will be looking up to in the upcoming season as well. And we also have Renberg and King, who are also going to occupy that holding and deep positions in our side. Ruth's scouting update has completed. Let's see what he's looking like. Diving 80, reflexes 83. You know, I don't think he's better than Johansson right now. He has footwork and far reach, which is also good. He's 6'4" in height, left-footed. He's a good goalkeeper. 80 diving and 83 reflexes. And Johansson has 84 diving, 86 reflexes and 73 positioning. You know what? We're going to bring in Roofs. We're going to bring him in. He's 5 years younger as well, and he will have the potential. We also negotiated a cheeky little offer of 1.6 million for Sam Chambers, and he's going to sign on a sporadic contract role, which is fantastic, for the next 5 years on the 17.5 weekly wage. Sam, welcome to the club, and we look forward to welcoming you. Welcome to the side, Chambers, and we are looking forward to see what you can offer the side. Let us also start to train Chambers as an advanced playmaker. I think he has all right stats, man. I think he has all right stats. We may have found a right gem. Look at his acceleration and sprint speed, 81 and 79 already. Short pass 75, vision 63, which needs a little bit of work, right? Balance is good, composure is decent, dribbling 67, and he's only age 19. I'm happy with this young Scotsman that we just found. So after that signing, we only have £21 million left to spend. I actually don't think that's enough for Roofs, you know. Their asking price is 26 million, and we could potentially get it for 21 million, but that is all the money we have. I actually don't think that's enough, because then we won't be able to offer wages, right? We're going to see if we can move some players on. It might be a case where we have to drag Johansson into the office and tell him why we're selling him, because he and his agent did us dirty, guys. As you can see here, there are no received offers for Johansson, right? No received offers whatsoever. But when you come to the squad hub, interest shown by Ajax. I get it, right? Players can show interest, but this is a clear sign that his agent is trying to sell him off. But on the other hand, he's happy with his playtime. He's happy with his contract. So is he happy here? Is he happy here? I'm not 100% sure, because he's not willing to renew his contract. Show us that you're happy by making us renew your contract, Victor. I think this one is going to go right down to deadline day. And in our first pre-season friendly against Leipzig, we lose by 3-1. Who got the goal for us? I don't really mind. Right now it's all about fitness in the pre-season stage. Bojnik got the goal for us. Chamadeyu and his agent are doing overtime, and it's really starting to annoy me, because Sam Chambers can also double up as a right midfielder, so we could potentially sell Chamadeyu, guys. We could potentially sell this guy. We say goodbye to, I think he is the hottest prospect in our youth academy from a striking perspective, as Harrison Charles goes to Almere for the next 12 months. Oh my days for Wunmi. Jeez, man. Just accept the contract and leave. In our next preseason game, we won by 2-1 against Osasuna. Litvia getting the first goal for Osasuna before Cisse and Bojnik turning the game on its head. Let's go. Wow, Lazio have come in for Chamadeyu, and he has come into my office and said, boss, if you do not let me go, I am going to cause absolute havoc in your side this coming season. Oh my days, man. We are not going to let him go for cheap though. We want at least... We're going to start off with 15 million. If this goes through, then we can definitely go in for Roofs comfortably and be happy with that. 11.6 million. Why are they being tight? Why are they being tight? Bro, we said 15 million. Come on, 14.5. 14.5. Why are they being tight? Wow. Final offer. Guys, what do we do? What do we do? The tension bar hasn't filled up to where it could be, so we're going to say 13.5. Oh my days. Because they know he wants to leave. Do you see this? Do you see the predicament he's put us in guys? Do you see the predicament he has put us in? 12.5. Jeez, man. Tramadeu did us dirty, guys. He did us dirty this season. And as time has progressed, even though I like the look of Roofs, I've added some other players to our scouting list. We're gonna have the funds with that Tramadeu sale, so why not, right? Let's look at other players that we could potentially bring in and bolster the squad further. So probably a couple weeks till we have all of these youth scouting updates in, and the Tramadeu fiasco is finally at an end. So many offers. I must have rejected over 20 offers over the past 6 months, guys. I have no idea why he's unhappy. Maybe he had problems settling in at Stoke still. But Tramadeu, you did well for us in the Championship, but unfortunately you just couldn't make it in the Premier League. All the best of. And look at that, bad negotiation. Listen, we tried, but Tramadeu actually spoke to Lazio and told them that he wanted to go. He came to us and told us that he wanted to go. We couldn't do anything about it, board. I'm sorry. Dan Waters goes for 12 months to Rangers too. Samuel Smith, you are doing well so far. You're developing well. Just bide your time. And in our final pre-season game, we draw 2-2 with Union Berlin, with Bojnik getting the brace today. For Wunmi, oh my days, you wanted to go? Bro, I am accepting offers, but you are asking for too much. Relax. Our first youth scouting updates have come in. Have they removed the status where you can see where a player is showing great potential, exciting prospect, and has potential to be special? Because all I'm seeing is contract already accepted, not willing to renew contract, and whether they're on loan or if they've submitted a transfer request. What's going on? From Denmark, we're going to keep Nikolaj Thygesen, I think, on the scouting report for now. Nobody of note in England was found. And also nobody of note was found in the Republic of Ireland. For Wunmi, does not want to go anywhere. He is happy being on the bench. It's up to him, to be honest. And the final scouting updates are in, and as you can see, guys, none of them are better right now than Robin Roofs. So we're going to go ahead with Robin Roofs, and hopefully we can bring him in for that 21 figure that our scout tried to negotiate. You know, with the Tramadeu deal, we actually have a little bit more wriggle room, so we're going to lowball them initially and see what they say. 22.4 million for Roofs. Listen, you guys have just been relegated. We are coming in. You know what, let's do 21.3, 22.1. Let's see 21.5. Let's go. Wow. You know what, they're coming down and the tension bar isn't filling up too much. 0.6. We're gonna play hardball. You've been relegated and Roofs wants to come. 21.7 million. Roofs wants to come. 21.7 million. Guys, what should we do? 21.6. We're gonna save 50k. We're gonna put that 50k on Bruce's contract. Wow, 21.7. You know what? That's fine. We're gonna accept that. I think we did fairly well to keep them at that 21 million, around 21 million. You know, I always try to get players one level lower than where I think they should be. He's gonna want to be important for sure. I know that. Crucial. Wow. Let's see if we can do important. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, like, as you guys already know, Johansson disappointed us and his agent disappointed us. So, and he's not willing to even talk about a new contract. So, Roofs being the younger goalkeeper can definitely be pushing Johansson out of that position this season. You know, our highest paid players on 40k. So, we're going to put Roofs. He's also crucial, and he is going to be crucial being our #1 goalkeeper eventually, right? So we're going to offer him this for now and see what he says. It is a reasonable offer. Roofs, welcome to the club. And I think this is a huge signing for Stoke. Absolutely huge signing. A signing that could take us, I'm not going to say to the next level right now, but with his age, his height, his ability to save the ball, he has far reach, good footwork. Johansson is even here and he approves of the signing. And Victor, I'm not going to lie to you, disappointed us with what you did. You really disappointed us with what you did. And this is This is pretty much your replacement. Roofs, welcome to the Bet365 Stadium, and we look forward to what you can bring to the squad. Let's go. Price rating is an A, and that is 100% an excellent deal. We should have good squad depth, if I'm being honest with you guys. Yeah, we have good squad depth. And don't forget, we have Zuback, who's also on the bench. So, yes, Johansson is better for now, but Roof is growing. He's younger by 5 years, well, 4 years. And we are going to play hardball with Johansson. He wanted to leave. He entertained other offers. He has 2 years, 10 months left on his contract. We are not going to allow other teams to bully us as we look to move him on. So I've removed all those other goalkeepers from our shortlist, and then our scout found a defender that plays for Southampton currently, Joshua Kwashi, who looks like a very interesting prospect. So we've started to scout him because it's a never-ending cycle, right? So we've started to scout him, and look at the pace: 89 to 97 potentially, 82 to 90 strength, 6'5", and he's that quick. That is insane. Anyways, over the next 9 days, we'll get a full scouting report on him. We probably ain't going to bring him in. We have enough players currently, but he is definitely one to keep an eye on. And that is all I have for you today, guys. What an episode. Jam-packed, boy. The rebuild of the summer as we look towards our second year in the Premier League is over. We've made a few changes to our side. Fill out with Johansson, so we brought in Roofs, promoted some young players in Haworth, Platt, Robinson, Zuback and Woodhouse. We're still waiting on offers to come in for Baker and Forwunmi. Nobody's coming in for Baker, so I think he's happy to just run down his contract, and Forwunmi is rejecting everything. I don't think they're paying him the wages that he wants. We made 3 additions to the side. Robin Roofs comes in as a goalkeeper to potentially take over. I say potentially, he is going to take over from Victor Johansson, whose shenanigans with his agent backfired, trying to manufacture a move to Newcastle, but they weren't even willing to pay the asking price. Zuback has actually increased to 70 already as well. 78 reflexes, 70 diving, and he's not too far off, you know. He is not too far off Roofs, and he is 6 years younger than him. We also added Freddie Potts, who came in from the relegated West Ham United, and he looks like an interesting defensive midfield option as well. He's going to be providing competition for places along Renberg and also Joshua King, and we also kept Josh Platt as part of the squad for some additional depth this season. Finally, from an attacking midfield position, we brought in Sam Chambers from the relegated Leeds United, and he looks like an interesting prospect as well. Bay is our starting attacking midfielder, with Josh King also having the capability to play in that position, but he currently partners Renberg in the middle of midfield. Player to keep your eye on this season for sure though is Jacob Robertson. Grew by I think 16 points last season, or it might have been 14 points. Anyways, it's something in the double digits, and he is definitely developing really well. We sold 2 players this summer. Junior Chamadeyu went to Lazio for 12.5 million. Him and his agent was working overtime every single day. They were getting new offers. And we also say goodbye to Thomas Rigo, because I think he is just fed up being on a bench and he just wasn't fitting in anywhere. And just a quick rundown of all the players that we loaned out. I'm just going to go through this very quickly, guys, so that you can see their stats quickly. So 68 overall with Dan Waters. Theo Paul, probably going to move him on. He's 5'9", and we're looking for the next Michael Owen anyways. Luca Montandon, the next Shaqiri, 66 overall. Harrison Charles, one of the brightest prospects to come from our academy. Interesting to see how Harry Allen develops, but he's also doing really well. And the brightest prospect from our academy, and I'm sure he's going to push for places next season, is Jermaine Abbott, and he's at Mallorca for the next 12 months. As mentioned at the start of the episode, we have some high prospect youth players age 17, so I'm aiming to get them up to January at least, right, that they won't moan. That will bring them up and loan them out for the latter part of this season. But yeah, the future is bright for us, man. The future is definitely bright. And that's all I have for you today, guys. Thanks for watching. What do you guys think about the rebuild? I think it's going well so far. We start our season in the next episode against QPR before we go to Everton, playing in the Carabao Cup against Burton, and then ending at Wolves. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.